So it's about to be 11 p.m. and I am going to start my experiments now at 11 p.m. And all things I need to do is I have to grind for around 24 hours, the next 24 hours. First of all, I have to grind for 4 hours for each samples and I'll make 6 more samples, what I'm thinking. But ChatGPT says that do 2 samples and first test its XRD and then go for another sample. So let's do that. And so I kept 2 more samples in the furnace and it's just now it's 747 degrees and it will become 1050 degrees. So I have done all the calculations and stuffs and now I have to clean the mortar pistols and let's do that.
So this is one of the most boring tasks that is, and for the past 6 months I've been doing this, and from my childhood, if I say, I've never cleaned utensils in my home, and whenever I show these things to my mom, she says, you never did it home and now you're doing these things in your lab. And just guys, I enjoy these things, and let's clean it. And once the cleaning is done, we have to dry it up. And
now it's time to clean the mortar pistols with acetone so that there is no dust or some other impurities left in the mortar pistol. For measuring the sample, we need some aluminum foil and we have to clean it out, and then now it's time to measure the samples. So first of all, we have a highly toxic material. So we need to put some gloves for that because it is written here that it is highly poisonous. I have cleaned my hands and it's time to put on some gloves. I tried for 5 gloves and all the gloves were torn, and finally it's done, and finally I have worn a glove and it's time to measure the samples with a weighing machine. And I did all the calculations previously, so let's do that. And it's the most difficult task here, and it takes around 15 to 20 minutes to measure the samples because we have to measure it for 4th decimal points. And it looks that I have done it quite fast, and in real life it would be better that we could have done all our tasks so fast, which is not possible in our day-to-day life. So thank you so much for opening the door for me. It's time to grind the samples. So first of all, we have to add some ethanol into that. We are done with adding some ethanol to our sample, and it's feels like I'm starting a truck. Now I have to grind this sample for around 4 hours continuous with wet and dry medium. So guys, it's very much difficult because it's now 11 p.m. and we have to grind till morning 7 for 2 samples, and then morning 7 we go and sleep. So this is how research is, and if you still want to do it, you can apply for GATE and NIT and eventually join for PhD. And if you want to join in our lab, guys, you can contact me. I have given my email in the description box, and hopefully we have 5 more seats here and you can eventually join here at NIT Rourkela. And guys, 2 more guys are working here. I can show you. So these guys will work till morning 5. They are working in some theoretical work and I'm doing some experimental work. And now these are some blooper moments, and it's you can see how comedy we do in our lab, and we just chill and work hard, and that's not possible, chilling and working hard. Small drop of acetone fell and it's gone. I have to change it again. My bottle of acetone just got finished, so it's time to fill it, and we are done with our gloves. And again we have to start grinding, and there is 1 more hour of grinding left. And once we are done with that grinding, and during the grinding it is required to do the wet mix and then dry mix for 4 continuous hours, and that's too difficult to do.
The last time when I was working on these aluminum crucibles, and two of my samples got completely molten and diffused into that crucibles. So now I have to clean all those crucibles with concentrated nitric acid and further with NaOH, which is much more dangerous to do that. So we have to do it much more carefully. At the middle of the night, current gone, guys. So these guys are still working with this UPS, and he's working with his laptop. But there's one more twist here. I can't run this furnace, right? I can't run this furnace without electricity. See, it's night 1 o'clock. Maybe. What's the time? What's the time?
About 12:50.
12:50. Okay.
Yeah.
It's about 1
o'clock.
1 o'clock. Finally, electricity is back, and it is now showing a lag of 70 degrees. Fine, it will go in just 5 minutes or 7 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. That's fine, but if the electricity would have gone for around half an hour or 1 hour, it would have cracked all the pellets that I have placed in that furnace. So guys, it's 3 p.m. at the night, and hopefully we have grinded only one sample, because I have lost 2 more crucibles and I don't have any extra crucibles for now, because I'm using 4 crucibles in that furnace, and just I had 1 crucible, so hopefully we can't grind another sample. We will do it tomorrow, and 2 more crucibles got damaged due to low melting point of samples. They got molted and diffused into that crucible. So again, I put some NaOH in that, and I've kept it in that furnace. So now 3 of the furnaces are going to work now. So let's put it inside. So now I have to program the whole setup for this, and I will keep it in the temperature 600 degrees for 6 hours. So now it will run for around 6 to 8 hours, and for 600 degrees for 6 hours, and it will take around 2 hours to go from 30 degrees to 600 degrees. And it's night 3:30 maybe. What's the time? I don't know. Maybe it's 3:30, and it's time to sleep. And thank you so much for watching. Meet you in the next video.
कुत्ते गाइस, सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए गाइस, सब्सक्राइब कर लो कुत्तों के लिए. बाय.
Say bye again.
Baय.